it's Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Sunday, January 9th. So today we have the moon in Aries all day, and we are building towards our very first quarter moon of the year, of course, taking place in Aries, giving us a little bit of fire energy, a little bit of forward thinking, a lot more direction on where it is that we're going to funnel our energy, our passion, even our anger in from here. The moon right out of the gate is going to sextile Saturn, and this is a beautiful energy for us to kind of muster up the courage to really boss up, not only in our emotions, not only in our mental plane, but to the roles and responsibilities that we have in our realm. We're going through a very tough time right now with life lessons coming at us. We are kind of ending chapters and providing a little bit of closure in particular areas of our life. And for the most part, it has been a very bumpy ride. This particular energy, though, is really going to help us to see where it is that our higher selves made these commitments long before we ever came into this realm, and give us a different perspective, a different understanding on what it is that's actually going on and where it is that we can rise to the challenge and definitely level up from here. The sun in Capricorn is going to bump into Mars, who is in Sagittarius. This is definitely going to give us a brand new perseverance, a brand new determination, a brand new sense of just being strong-willed enough to push through the obstacles, push through the challenges, and of course, find a new path of meaning, of purpose, and really just kind of see where the details and the information of our lives are revealing a brand new truth, a brand new quest, a brand new adventure forward. The moon is going to semi-square the true node, though, and this is going to put us in a little bit of a pickle because we don't know where it is we want to go from here. Things are changing so rapidly, and because we're not quite within our power right now, we're having a hard time seeing the kind of future that we are wanting to have based off of some of the loss, some of the endings, some of the chapters that are closing in our life. So emotionally, we're going to be kind of all over the place. We don't know how to rewrite the plan moving forward because we never thought we would have to contemplate the kind of vision, the kind of dream, the kind of futuristic reality that we're now very much having to live in. The moon is going to semi-square Jupiter, and Jupiter, of course, is about growth and expansion. He's in Pisces, really pushing us to align with our higher selves and really deep for that inner spiritual warrior. And we're definitely getting a lot of opportunities to dig deep, to find the deeper meaning, the deeper purpose, the soul contracts, the life lessons at hand. And of course, Jupiter always likes to highlight the silver linings of the painful experiences. And right now, because we're a little bit confused with our emotions, we might have a little bit too much on our heart space, on our head space, to even think about the positives, to think about the silver linings. But that is half of the battle. And we are going to be very, very contemplative on what it is that we want to do, taking the silver linings from this darkness and actually using it for good instead of allowing it to destroy us. The moon squaring Venus is really going to put us at odds with what it is that we actually need emotionally. We're being put in a tough situation right now where, the answer is self-love, but we don't even know how to take care of ourselves right now. Many of us have been shook to our core, rattled to our inner realms, and we're really having a hard time not only stepping up to the plate to take care of ourselves and show ourselves the love and compassion that we need, we're having a hard time even doing that outside of ourselves for other people. This particular tension point is putting us in a position to get down to the nitty-gritty, to figure out the bare basics of what it is we actually need in this moment to feel safe, to feel secure, to feel taken care of. This all comes down to nurturing our inner child, nurturing our physical bodies, our mental health, our emotional state. And unfortunately, we have to be put in some tough positions in order for us to get back to the bare basics of what is absolutely necessary for our own self-care. The moon is going to trine Mars. And again, this is a beautiful energy because the moon is in Aries. Mars rules over Aries. Mars in Sagittarius is fire on fire. So we have a lot of passion, a lot of aggression being used for the right ways. Basically, we are mustering up the courage to cut the cord with the pain, with the suffering, with the paralysis. And we are definitely pushing ourselves to be brave, to be bold, to be courageous in all the right ways. We are kind of, revamping ourselves. We're renewing ourselves. And we are definitely trying to muster up the courage and bravery to be strong-willed and very determined to move away from this particular chapter. And of course, make the best out of the situation at hand and blaze a new path forward. Midday, this is when the moon squares the sun, giving us our very first quarter moon in Aries. This is a crossroads, a crisis point, especially in our consciousness, especially in our emotions, especially in our mental perspective. The moon in Aries is very feisty, definitely has a very strong-willed attitude, not really looking to look back. Instead, we are going to look forward, even if it means that we're looking through the tears in our eyes. And of course, that sun being in Capricorn is really down to the nitty-gritty of building brand new routines, brand new foundations, thinking long-term, setting new goals up for ourselves, and initiating a brand new ambition for us to stay the course. Regardless of the storms that we are currently weathering, we know in our heart to be true, in alignment with a new path, a new quest. And this particular first quarter moon in Aries is going to give us that burst of energy, that direction, that boldness, that bravery that we need to persevere and take the next steps forward. The moon is going to bump into Mercury, and Mercury, of course, is now in Aquarius. Mercury slowing down, preparing to go retrograde at the end of this week. This is definitely going to highlight for us where it is that we're having some clarity, some aha moments. This is a good time to be able to actually put into words, whether it's within your own self or using your voice, your throat chakra, to speak your emotions, to speak your truth to other people. This is definitely going to give us a bigger, brighter picture of what's going on in our inner realm and trying to get our heart and our head back on the same page. The moon is going to bump into Neptune, and this isn't the best aspect because we're out of touch with our intuition. Many of us have been blindsided so much in our physical realms that we would love to be able to leave our physical realms and our physical body and the pain and the suffering and the weight that we are bearing in our physical form. And because we are having such a hard time trying to connect to the higher realms, trying to escape our physical realms for a little bit of metaphysical renewal, this particular aspect is going to make it very hard for us to attach to our higher self and to channel in new visions and insight where our intuition is concerned. Now, Mercury is going to sextile Chiron, and this is going to give us a beautiful opportunity to heal our mind space, to get a grip on the memories, the flashbacks, the narrative, the little bits and pieces that are really clouding our judgment and really preventing us from adopting a brand new positive perspective. The amount of healing that is coming through first has to start in our mental plane, and then we'll take it down into the heart space. We get a little bit of help here because the moon is going to bump into Saturn. We started off the day with the moon bumping into Saturn. We're going to end the day bumping into Saturn. And this is really going to validate for us that we have the strength, we have the discipline, we have the life lessons, we have the maturity backing us, the knowledge, the wisdom backing us to boss up to our roles and responsibilities, to accept the life lessons that are being thrown at us, and to do what we can to pluck out the silver linings out of this dark space that many of us had started this year on.